Alright, welcome back to the channel. My Solana family have probably been wondering where I've been for the past couple of days because I haven't made an update on Solana. And to be completely honest, we've just been accumulating to the side. I didn't really feel the need to make an update for Solana every day. I just feel like I'd be milking views if I made a video saying, hey guys, we're basically at the same price we were yesterday, we're going sideways, we're going sideways, we're going sideways. I mean, I couldn't bring myself to do that and just make a video for the sake of it, but I am here now and I don't necessarily have the most to say about the Solana chart, but I do have something to say about the Bitcoin chart, which will correlate to what I think is going on in Solana. So let's start off with what's going on in the short term for Solana, then we'll jump into that. In the lower time frames, the bears have recently just taken control. We are having a higher low bounce though, so I do like that we are seeing that. In the past 8 hours, well, really the past 6 hours, because this 4 hourly candle has only been on for about an hour to 2 hours, an hour and 15 to be precise. The last 4 hourly candle we saw for Solana was a very nice bounce, putting us back above 100. You can also see there was a good amount of volume coming in on that bounce. And the reason we saw that 4 hourly bounce is if we come over to Bitcoin, you can see Bitcoin had a huge influx of volume and we had a half decent bounce on Bitcoin. If we come over to the daily, this is what I wanted to talk about. Bitcoin is forming this ascending channel right now and we're currently putting in another higher low. If you look, we were only bottoming down here 4 days ago. Time goes fast in crypto. People panic about these drops. A lot of people have been panicking and messaging me saying what's going on. But, 4 days ago, I was making a video saying, we've got a low down here at 38.5. Now I'm making a video saying we've got a low up here at 39,180. So, we are exponentially increasing over time. It's just going to take a while. Bitcoin is a slow mover. I'd like to highlight a lot of the times when we have these bottoms, we come back to the trend line once or twice before gearing up for another move. Here we came back once, twice, went off to the races. Here we came back once. This was the only time we came back once. Or you could argue that we came back twice actually because we didn't really make it to the heart line. Here again, you can see we've come back once, twice, potentially 3 times, and we could even be setting up for a more macro retrace. This is something that I think we're going to do for Bitcoin, make a higher low, do something like this, and W out. I think that's going to correlate to what's going on in Solana as well. Now, Solana is currently trapped in this accumulation range. We are basically just going to the side. There is really not too much I can talk about from this chart. If we do look at Fibonacci, if we do look at the macro time frame, look at the Fibonacci's, you can see, if we draw this to the wick down here, we've had a pretty textbook retrace of our 618 Fibonacci. This seems to be the region that it is respecting the most. If I draw our 618 over, mark this orange so you know that it is a Fibonacci level. You can see, we've just been hanging out around this 618. We definitely haven't been, you can kind of argue this is an M. Even though most people would like to see an M like this, with a lower low or a lower high rather, but you can still be Ming out and do things like this. You could even consider something like this an M pattern if we did that. But nonetheless, I'm going off on a tangent. We are slightly Ming out, but in the past 4 hours, we have had an increase in volume and we are starting to see a bounce. I like that Bitcoin is seeing a bounce. I do think this bounce is going to carry over into the rest of the crypto market. A lot of the cryptos that I've just started covering and recording my videos for in the past half an hour or so are having strong bounces on this last 4 hourly bounce. So Solana has a chance to be saved. I think Solana is going to keep on moving up. Even if we just focus on what's going on since this last impulse, we are above our 618 Fibonacci at $100, perfectly lining up with $100. So keep your eyes on 100. I think that's going to be a huge psychological level. If we do lose 100, ideally we wouldn't want to go much lower than 98, but we have a wick down here at 95. If we do take out 95, the 786 Fibonacci is really your last line in the sand. We actually don't have really anything below the 786 Fibonacci, which is at $90. The only thing we have is this triple bottom that we put in down here at $80. And as I've previously highlighted, we had a triple bottom for Solana, a huge bull run, but bear in mind, it was a triple bottom. We didn't have an explosion up and back test it, making it a quadruple bottom. That just doesn't have the same ring to it. I mean, what do you think? Does a triple bottom sound good? Yeah, it does. Does a double bottom sound good? Yeah, it does. Does a quadruple bottom sound good? No, it doesn't sound good to me. It doesn't have a nice ring to it. I wouldn't like us to come down to $80. That's just what I see. That is basically all I see for Solana. Once again, we are really just accumulating to the side. And while I have been covering a lot of other altcoins daily, they have been having quick, big moves recently. Like if I do daily updates on Elon, and you can see what's been going on in the past day. We've had, yesterday a huge explosion, yesterday a huge retracement. I mean, there's lots of things going on in the altcoins that I cover day to day, but Solana has just been in this accumulation range. I don't want to just milk you for views and make a video when we're just going sideways the whole time. But nonetheless, like I said, we're having a macro bounce over here on Bitcoin. Hopefully that carries over to Solana. That's all I see for Solana against the USD. If we take a quick peek on Solana BTC, we've had a nice pushback above our 0.5 Fibonacci in the past 8 hours. I mean, we're looking exceptional. I've been saying this, Solana against the USD is very, very bullish, but Solana against Bitcoin is a whole nother level of bullish. I mean, look at this chart. This chart is exceptional. We had a huge impulse, perfect backtest of the 618. And when I say perfect, I mean, look at this. We literally wicked down to it pretty much exactly. We spent absolutely no time delaying. We had a huge impulse above the 0.5 Fibonacci, even broke through the 382 before having a textbook retrace, reconfirming the 0.5 Fibonacci as support, and then heading back up. I am exceptionally bullish on Solana priced against Bitcoin. If we look, you can see bears are recently losing momentum in this last momentum shift. I honestly don't think it's outlandish to say that I think Solana is going to be doing an 85% increase against Bitcoin within the next 3 to 6 months. That's right, I think Solana is going to double in price pretty much over Bitcoin in the next coming 3 to 6 months. And I am of the opinion that Bitcoin is going to go on a huge rally as well. This could mean much higher price targets for Solana. I think the all-time high up here at $260 is definitely achievable within the next 6 months or so, if Solana keeps on putting out solid work, improving their ecosystem. And yeah, I mean, we're having integration all over the board. I don't know if any of you guys are in the NFT market space, but I'm in the Solana NFT market space, and there is a lot of integration going on with a lot of traditionally Ethereum marketplaces. But yeah, I mean, that's all I've got. Once again, we're having this accumulation range. I will update you once we have a move out of this accumulation range. If by tomorrow we're literally chopping around like this again, doing, the sideways walk, then unfortunately I probably just won't make a video. I'm hoping we have a break up or a breakdown, something I can talk about. Until then, we are really just traveling to the side. That is all I've got for you today. Once again, please like, comment, subscribe if you do like the content. And yeah, cowboy out, not financial advice, and as always, peace out.